And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Today is July 21st, 2025. I'm your host, Saint Nick, and we got a great show for you today. Alrighty, well, folks, first and foremost, we're back, baby. Apologize for the last few days off on the show, last few days off on our Discord, but we made it all whole on our Discord. We did a $300 bet last night. It didn't hit, but we were close. But last few days, I was in the Adirondack Mountains, little bachelor party weekend. So shout out to the groom, my brother out there. Hope you had a blast. I did. I enjoyed myself over there, and hope he did as well. So that's where I was the last few days. Now, I do want to say that there are big things coming ahead, folks. Big, ginormous things. That's going to be announced this weekend. Can't say anything too much quite yet, but our shows will once again take a little bit of a hiatus this weekend, Thursday to really Sunday. We'll be back Monday. So we'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. I'm going to try and still do things Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So check out my Instagram. That's probably where I'll be able to post the content. But after this week, we're good, folks. After this week, I know these last week and then this week shows a little wonky, but folks, things are happening. Pieces are moving and things are going on. So settle down, all right? Back to your regularly scheduled 7 days a week starting on Monday next week. So settle down, okay? All righty, but the news is going to be crazy. It's going to be great. I cannot wait. And it's going to be something. So there's that. Wait till this weekend, folks. Alrighty, but enough of that. Let's move on because we got a ton to talk about, folks. We missed a few days, so today on the show we got a ton of stories, folks. I got tabs on tabs open, so let's just get right down to it. And before we start into really any particular section, I just want to call out these two things very, very quickly. And the first one has to do with looking at the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback now. ESPN Cleveland, Tony Grossi. All right, we've checked in on them sometimes this offseason. Now, Tony Grossi of ESPN Cleveland thinks the Browns quarterback order when training camp starts this Wednesday. Once again, we've got some rookies started to report this weekend, but this week vets are reporting and teams are going to get into it. So once again, folks, a little round of applause. We've officially kind of made it past the NFL offseason, and it's going to start ramping up this week. So we're in the thick of it now, baby. And we got preseason football, folks, at the end of the month. So once again, we are truly in the thick of it this week. Ooh, baby. But Tony Grossi says that this is going to be the Browns quarterback order when training camp opens. Flacco at 1, Pickett at 2, Gabriel at 3, and Sanders at 4. Now, when we check Polymarket, that's what we've been seeing kind of all off-season long. We've kind of seen maybe Shador and Dylan Gabriel flip from the 3 and the 4 and the 4 and the 3. But the one of the two really has been Joe Flacco, and then we saw Kenny Pickett start to take over that number 2 spot kind of mid-June. Mid-June is when that big switch happened. We see now currently Joe Flacco would be the starting quarterback week one, once again, not when training camp opens, but week 1. He's at 49% kind of heading into that Wednesday, first day. Kenny Pickett is still at second at 30%. Dylan Gabriel at third at 10%. And then we have seen Shador Sanders just keep falling. He's now 4th at 8%. So we'll see how these quarterbacks are progressing when training camp finally opens. We'll have to update this kind of Polymarket every day to see how these markets are moving. But Joe Flacco kind of definitely has a stranglehold, and somebody's going to have to knock him off if they want to try and be a week 1 starter. So, big, interesting narrative and story for the Cleveland Browns when training camp, because that's really all they got over there. You know, they got a lot of quarterbacks, but not much else. So, we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an update. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be Flacco week 1. All right. We'll see, though. Kenny Pickett, he's been moving up. People are gushing over Kenny Pickett. We'll see if he wins people over in training camp. All right. So we updated the Cleveland Browns, but we got to do our other daily update that we like to do, and that is get a nice little read on Antonio Brown. Still wanted for alleged, potentially attempted murder, and then potentially, allegedly, maybe fled the country. But he was with his kids, and he's potentially running a crypto scam. So we can't fault him for being a good dad and trying to make a little money, all right? Trying to make a little coin out there. So do we have anything new by Antonio Brown? 1 hour ago, snakes be right in your face, whole time you overlooking it because you got love for them. Can't love the snakes out here, folks. A lot of snakes. But you gotta open your eyes and see it. We got a little cracker of the day. He's going in on the astronomer CEO that was caught at the Coldplay concert in 4K Ultra HD with the side piece that was his secretary or HR or something. Can people stop sleeping with the HR? It's kind of enough. It's kind of enough out there. 17 hours ago, a quote. Truth is, everybody is going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for. And yeah, all righty. 22 hours ago, you worried about a hoe. You're not busy enough. Stop worrying about the hoes. The hoes, folks. You got to stop worrying about them. See what these hoes be doing out here, folks? See what these hoes be doing? They be sleeping with the CEOs, these hoes. What else do we got? Well, he's weighing in on the whole Caitlin Clark WNBA situation. We'll get into that a little bit. Are we getting into that today? Yeah, we are actually. Caitlin Clark and the whole WNBA want more money, and they wore shirts saying, hey, give us what we deserve, what you owe us. And man, oh man, when you start throwing around the words deserve and owe, everybody starts going crazy. Deserve? You deserve nothing. You're owed nothing. Okay, all right, save it, folks. Settle down. So AB, does a little Photoshop on the shirt that says, I deserve NBA money on Caitlin Clark. Hey-yo, we'll take that. We'll take NBA money. All righty. Another one. Ooh, this is a good one. Motherfuckers think you mad. Whole time you just lost respect for them. That's pretty good there by Antonio Brown. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. I just got no respect for, like, what? Look at you. You don't even got respect for yourself. I'm not going to respect you. I'm not mad. I just got no respect. Alrighty, and then once again, just going in on Jimmy Kimmel. He's got a big gripe with Jimmy Kimmel out there. Alrighty, so that is kind of where we're at with Antonio Brown. Doesn't seem like he's going to be turning himself in, and that is where we're at. So we'll see. We'll see with Antonio Brown, folks. All right, and then the last thing I want to talk about just quickly before we jump into it. What the hell is this? Bills fans, and this is going to be so annoying. It's going to be a long season for everybody. All right, the Bills fans, the Bills themselves, the new stadium, the MVP. This is our year. The fans, blah blah blah. The MVP. I mean, it's going to be insufferable for everybody in the NFL with the way these Bills are going and these Bills fans are going. But Bills fan on Twitter says, I don't think Kyle Shanahan is a better head coach than Sean McDermott. The coach that's gotten to the Super Bowl multiple times? Oh, okay. All right. Now, we knock Kyle Shanahan for his Super Bowl performances, but the fact that you're still getting to the Super Bowl, okay, that's still goddamn pretty good, and you got in there multiple times, all right? Sean McDermott is struggling to hype his team up to beat Patrick Mahomes, the guy that keeps beating him. Kyle Shanahan flounders in the final minutes of the Super Bowl. Sean McDermott flounders in the final 13 seconds of a playoff game. Okay, these are not even close, all right? So let's settle down. Kyle Shanahan is working with Brock Purdy. I'm not saying anything about him, but y'all know what they say about him. And you're working with Josh Allen and you can't get it done. So these Bills fans are so delusional. Like, it's crazy. They have to insert themselves into every conference. No. You think the Chiefs are the best? No, it's actually the Bills. You think the Ravens are the best? No, it's actually the Bills. You guys don't even know. Do you guys know, Paul? It's actually the Bills. And then there's another conversation. People are talking, quarterback talk. I really like Patrick Mahomes. Well, I like Lamar Jackson. I really like Joe Burrow. Have you seen Joe Burrow play? He's actually very good. Yeah, he is good. And then you get somebody else butting in the conversation. Well, no, actually, if you look at the overall numbers in the big picture, it's actually Josh Allen's the best. Actually, do you all actually know ball? Actually, Josh Allen. I think Kyle Shanahan's a pretty good head coach. Yeah, Andy Reid's a good head coach. We got this DeMeco Ryan. Have you seen DeMeco Ryans? He's actually very good. No, actually, it's Sean McDermott's the best. When you look at the big picture and what they work with and what he does, it's actually Sean McDermott's actually one of the best coaches in the league. Actually, it's all these Bills are the best. They don't win every year, but folks, if you look at because you're not actually looking at the big picture, folks. So please, folks, we're all going to have to buckle in. We're going to have to buckle up. They're going to be insufferable. It's going to be every day. It's going to be every week. It'll be something new. But this is what we get. The Bills are the best team in the league. Josh Allen's the best player in the league. He's the best quarterback and the best overall player. And Sean McDermott's better than any other head coach in the league. So that's what the Bills are on. The Bills are on delusion time. The Bills are the most delusional, dude. Honestly, for real, folks. These Bills are out of hand. These Bills people are out of hand. Y'all will see it this year. Because folks, they're chomping at the bit this year. They've gotten everything. And actually, did I save this? I'm gonna put where I got it. Do I got it somewhere? I don't. But this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to say, and we're all going to move on, all right? This is it right here. Enough. We got people, these are the conversations. Ryan Clark on First Take just today, Ryan Clark says the Ravens are under more pressure to win the Super Bowl than the Lions. Well, I'm going to throw out all the pressure talk, and the only person under pressure is the Bills and Josh Allen. That is it. How about the Bills actually get to the Super Bowl? You don't even have to win it. I'm not even putting the pressure on the Bills or Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl. Get to the fucking Super Bowl. That is the only pressure on anybody this season. Patrick Mahomes has no pressure on him. He's the greatest. Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl. Who cares? You can put the pressure on him. He still gets no respect. You can't fix that. If people aren't going to give you respect now, it's over. It's done. Jalen Hurts, no pressure. Lamar Jackson, it's the fucking receivers dropping the ball at the 1 yard line. Stop it with this Lamar Jackson trash. He's got no pressure on him. It's everybody else on the team. It's honestly Harbaugh, the head coach. Can he rein his players in? Can he get his players to kind of wake the fuck up for these important playoff games that they keep getting to every single year? Can they start locking in? Harbaugh is under more pressure than anybody. Mark Andrews is under more pressure than anybody on that Ravens team. Stop it with this Lamar Jackson. The Lions have a little bit of an out. The Lions have no pressure. They lost to everybody. Everybody's injured on defense. If they went 0-16, they'd be like, you know what, that's fine. Next year, the Lions are fine. The only person that should have any pressure on them is Josh Allen. Get to the Super Bowl. You're so good, so great, so much better than everybody else. Get to the Super Bowl. Beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs and finally get to the Super Bowl. That is the only pressure talk I want to hear. That is it. We got, I think his name is Kyle Brandt on Good Morning Football. And shout out to Kyle. I like the kid, all right? I'm not here to knock him. But he did this whole segment on when players get married their next season, they go crazy. So, okay, Josh, it's all lining up. You just won the MVP. The division is wide open because the Dolphins are trash, the Jets are trash, the Patriots are trash. So you're going to win the division. You're going to get a home game. You're coming off of a marriage of Haley Steinfeld. You're coming off of an MVP. You're coming off of the Natrol sponsorship. You're coming off of the new era. Billustration. He's the leader of the Billustration. Folks, this is what they're doing. With Josh Allen, Billustration. Come on. So the pressure only is on Josh Allen and the Bills. That's the only pressure this season. Bills or bust. That is it. Super Bowl or bust. Enough with this Josh Allen. And I'm actually going to expedite this article because we have another top 50. Top 50 in the NFL. This is by PFF. Ranking the 50 best players in the NFL. I haven't read the list. I was going to save it for the show. But let's see. Is Josh Allen number one? Because I'm sure he is. He's on everybody else's number one list. Here we go. 50 best players. Number one is, wow, they put Myles Garrett. Then Patrick Mahomes at 2. Then Joe Burrow at 3. Oh, my gosh. Lamar Jackson at 4. Fine. Oh, my. Oh, Josh Allen, number 5. Oh, my God. This is such a refreshing list. Look at this, folks. Josh Allen is the 5th best player in the entire NFL and not even the best quarterback. He's like a fourth best quarterback, 5th best player. Oh, the world is finally healing. Maybe this season won't be too bad. All right. I'm glad that they did that. Woo. That would have set me off even more. All right. So, PFF has Josh Allen, the 5th best player. That's good. All right. That cools me down a little bit, I will say. All right. So, back to it. Josh Allen, the pressure is solely on you. That is it. All right. Now let's shift gears to the NBA. We still got more NFL talk to get into, but I just wanted to start the show with those really quickly. But let's focus to the NBA here quickly. Couple of stories to talk about, and I'm kind of gushing over most of them, so here we go. And the one that I'm gushing over the most, when I heard this news, I almost turned the car around just to talk about this story. Marcus Smart has agreed with a contract buyout of Washington. And first and foremost, we got to celebrate that because, you know, he was in the trash in Washington. Hated him being there. So he gets the buyout with the Washington Wizards, and he's going to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, folks. Oh, yeah. Marcus Smart, who, I mean, folks, this is I'm gonna say it, top 20 player in the NBA. Is that crazy? No. Marcus Smart, I mean, he got disrespected. He got slapped in the face in Boston. He was kind of the first one they let go when they didn't win the championship, and jaw dropped to the floor. I mean, he's the only one that was running the offense back with the Celtics, because we know it's not Tatum that's going to run the offense or Brown. It's Marcus Smart, and he facilitated that entire roster and team, and really was kind of the main vocal leader. All right. So, Marcus Smart, back on a good team, thank goodness. And he's going to be signing with the Lakers. So, man, oh man, this Lakers roster, folks, it's kind of damn good now. It's really damn good. Luka Doncic, you got Austin Reeves. And honestly, I move Austin Reeves to the bench. I'm going to move Austin Reeves to the bench. Marcus Smart as a shooting guard, I don't love it. Maybe I move Luka to the 1. I mean, like move Luka to the 2, put Marcus Smart at the 1. We'll see if they can work on the floor together, maybe. But I don't like Austin Reeves. I mean, after this playoffs, bad taste in my mouth with Austin Reeves. But back to it. The starting lineup is Luka, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton. Then there's their reserves, their bench, Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, Jake LaRavia, Jackson Hayes, we take. I mean, this is showing up to be a good team here, folks. And they still got Maxi Kleber on their team. I don't know why he wasn't playing more. I don't know. But Lakers are getting there, folks. LeBron James, he's going to stay. Marcus Smart is an absolute dog. Solid defender. I think he won Defensive Player of the Year. I think people, kind of, scoff at it like a little Rudy Gobert Defensive Player of the Year. But Marcus Smart, he really does it all on the floor. He can score, he can drive, he can hit the 3, he can pass. Folks, he's a facilitator. Come on now. So absolutely love this Marcus Smart pickup by the Lakers. Let's see their odds now to win it all. Thunder still at plus 260, Rockets still at plus 700. And honestly, let me take a nice screenshot of this just so we have it. Just so we have it with us here. We've got all the odds. All right, that is now saved. Lakers are currently plus 1,400. I want to say they were plus 1,700. They may have still been at plus 1,400, so maybe Marcus Smart didn't move the needle that much, even though he probably should have. But Lakers plus 1,400, it's great value. They're the 7th favorites to win it all. They're deep. LeBron James is going to stay. And this addition of Marcus Smart, folks, this is a bigger addition than people are going to make of it. I'm going to tell you. All right. The other Los Angeles team here, the Clippers, they just signed a new player, folks, just breaking today. Chris Paul has agreed to a deal with the Clippers, and we know this is going to be his last year. 1 year, $3.6 million. Of course, you sign him. We're looking for depth. We're looking for veteran leadership, and Chris Paul brings all that to this Clippers team. And honestly, this Clippers team making big-time moves, getting Bradley Beal, now Chris Paul. This Clippers team, once again, I mean, they're showing out. This NBA season is gearing up to be something great here, folks. Like, we're going to have like 10 teams that are all going to be in the mix for the championship. Maybe a little bit more front-loaded in the West because, the East is a little banged up, but we're still going to have great basketball. We're getting kind of some super teams being built, just like roster-wise. Not like a big 2 or a big 3, but just kind of a deep, good big 7, big 9 coming in. And I'm kind of all about it. So, this Clippers starting lineup, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, Zubac. That's great. I mean, Bradley Beal being kind of the 3rd, 4th option. John Collins, Zubac, everybody was kind of gushing about him at the end of the season. Then they've got their bench depth of Chris Paul. You've still got Brook Lopez, who they signed, another great big depth piece there. And they got Derrick Jones Jr., who one of the most athletic people in the league. And they still got Bogdanovich that can shoot the 3. So a nice squad being built here by both Los Angeles teams, Lakers and the Clippers, to add to, Giannis and the Bucks and the Nuggets and obviously the Thunder, the Rockets. I mean, all these teams, folks. The Knicks, we'll see. The Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. Now, the Clippers are plus 2,800. The 10th favorites to win it all. And once again, that's not bad for a little sprinkle either. We know, I mean, there's a lot of championship experience on this team. Well, I guess I can't say championship experience. I could say, Kawhi Leonard, Brook Lopez, they're champions. James Harden's made it deep. Chris Paul, not really too deep, but solidly midway through the playoffs. But they got some nice players on this Clippers team, folks. So plus 2,800. It's not too bad. All right. And then we get Damian Lillard. That news broke a few days ago. He's running it back with the Blazers. So unfortunately, Damian Lillard will finish his career without a ring. But we get a little respect out here. Going back home to Portland, and we'll see if he can do anything there. But just shout out to Damian Lillard. Big time shout out. All righty, let's keep going on here, and there's maybe a new powerhouse in the league by a little rookie out here, and his name is Han-Sen Yang, folks, all right? So watch out for him once again in Portland. I mean, Damian Lillard saw Han-Sen Yang and said, hey, yeah, let me get back there, all right? But this is great. We are healing in basketball. We had this big fat epidemic that's taken over the league, and it's kind of creeping its way into football. But Han-Sen Yang don't play those fat games. No. Quote here. I was a little bit of a fat boy. My father told me to try some sports, figure out what you want to do, and lose some weight. My father told me don't become fat. Yes, I mean, the wisest thing you could ever say. Shout out to Mr. Yang, Father Yang, Yang Sr., for the great advice. We saw Luka Doncic was too fat, got to the finals, and his team threw him in the trash. Zion Williamson is too fat, and you don't even hear of his name. One of the biggest names coming out of college. He's too fat. Now it's crickets when you hear Zion. So, Han-Sen Yang, he ain't fat, folks. He ain't fat. Don't call him fat. So watch out. He's about to be a problem in the league. The skinny problem. Han Sen Yang. All right, final two things here to talk about with basketball. The first and foremost, how the turntables have turned, haven't they? Oh, how these narratives are starting to turn, haven't they? Because we kept hearing all season long, even in the offseason, yeah, Tyrese Haliburton good, not a superstar. Tyrese Haliburton, very good, just not at superstar level. Not superstar, clutch. Game winners in the playoffs. That's not superstar. Part of the highest ratings in the playoffs facing the Knicks. Oh, not superstar. Well, how about they're making a Funko Pop of Tyrese Haliburton? And he's not a superstar? All right. Do they make Funko Pops of non-superstars, folks? Okay, they don't. So shout out Tyrese Haliburton. Show him a little damn respect and buy his Funko Pop. All right, final thing here. And we're not going to spend too much time on it. It's boring. It's just enough now. It's like, what the hell are we even doing anymore? The whole WNBA has no idea what they're doing. These players are absolutely out of their minds. Instead of just taking all the good publicity and then moving on and being like oh yeah, shout out to Caitlin Clark, they're all just trying to actively sabotage what she's doing. And folks, I don't even know if I can go here. Should I go here? I'm not going to go there. But, these players not coming together, I don't know why. These women are not coming together and uplifting themselves. This is the most publicity the WNBA has ever had. And they're all trying to tear each other down. These people don't know what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing in the WNBA. The big news story is at the All-Star game, they wore shirts that said, pay me what you owe, pay us what we deserve, and rightfully so. I agree with the sentiment, pay these players. The WNBA is an emerging market. It's getting more media buzz. People are talking about it. People are going to the games. And okay, because of Caitlin Clark, because of Angel Reese, because of everybody, it doesn't really matter. The overall sentiment is there's more eyes on your league right now, and you're not doing anything to help it. You're making this a big drama that really I don't want sports to be. I don't want sports to be a drama sitcom, a soap opera. Okay, a daytime television soap opera, and that's what it's turning into now. Oh my God, did you see what Kelsey Plum said about Caitlin? No, I don't care what these people are beefing. Play on the damn court. I digress. But at the All-Star game, they came and this whole thing just makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense why you would say this, and it just doesn't make any sense. So here we go. This is Kelsey Plum at the press conference after the All-Star game.
That was a very powerful moment.
After the shirts and all that, she says, okay, this is a powerful moment.
We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen.
At least us as players, we didn't know it was happening. Okay. So they didn't know the shirts were happening. Okay. And I don't know if we know where the shirts came from. Do we know where these shirts came from and who came up with the shirts? Because obviously we're going to hear it wasn't Caitlin Clark that came up with the shirts and that the players had no idea about the shirts before time. So that's what she just said here. Okay, we keep moving.
So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise, but...
A genuine surprise. Now, they could be lying and, kind of like the Spartacus, no, who made the shirts? Who made the shirts? You tell me who made the shirts. And then somebody would be like, I made the shirts. And then somebody else, no, I made the shirts. No, I'm Spartacus. I made, you know what I mean? But I don't think so. By what they're saying in their body language, I don't think that's the case. We keep going. Here we go. What she continues to say.
The T-shirt, just United Front was determined this morning.
The United Front was determined this morning. They didn't know about the shirts, and that the United Front was created that morning. So there wasn't any big planning. They didn't know about it. And then she throws Caitlin Clark under the bus for what? Here we go.
That we had a meeting for, and not to tattletale, but zero members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just we had a very
That really needed to be mentioned.
I don't know the player sitting next to her. Shame on me. I know she is one of the big time players out there. I recognize the face. But she goes to say, yeah, that didn't really need to be said. So, okay. And then the final part.
Situation light, okay. But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and
she wanted to do something united, collective, and then she throws a colleague under the bus. So, I mean, obviously this has been, making news yesterday, today, and all this. But I don't even know what so who came up with the shirts? That's just, whose idea was it, the shirts? If it wasn't the players, and it wasn't Caitlin Clark, who came up with the shirts in this whole thing? Seems wild. Seems like maybe it was used to push a narrative. I don't know. What do I know, folks? So that's that. Pay these NBA players. Pay the WNBA players. I don't understand why we're still dragging our feet. We got people at McDonald's making more than the WNBA, and that's a little crazy in my opinion. They're looking at expanding teams. Everyone's trying to buy a team, and they're saying the market's not there. Okay, folks. Once again, if you're going to let big business and big money push everybody around, that's fine, but I won't be a part of it. If you want to, these players don't deserve anything. Okay, folks, all right. You be poor. Let these players be poor that worked and grinded their asses off. Everybody, once again, doesn't want anybody to have money. People don't want people to have money, and people don't want people to have information. That is it, folks. They drag their feet. Oh my God. If we pay them, we'll never survive. We won't survive. The players actually producing the product, how could we pay them? We won't survive. It's all just so tiresome. I mean, it's 2025. If you're not, if you haven't woken up to what's going on, in business and capitalism, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all can continue to be broke and not have money and, championing other people not to have money. That's fine. That's not a good old Saint Nick, folks. I mean, we do a Discord where I bet and I give it away to y'all. I mean, I don't know what more. Oh, actions speak louder than words. I'm giving away money, folks. Sheesh. I mean, I think I've made a total of like $220 from paid subscriptions for the Discord, and I've already bet over like $6,000 in there. Folks, trust me, I'm trying to get everybody paid, okay? All right? But I'm the bad guy. I'm the devil. I speak down to people, blah, 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 blah. All right, we digress. Here we go. Let's keep moving on. The WNBA, I mean, you got to figure it out. Or, I mean, you're going to cannibalize your own self. And, at that point, I mean, I mean, I don't know what to tell them. All right, we got to move on. We're shifting gears to the NFL here, folks. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. NFL news of the day. Once again, Josh Allen's the only one with pressure on him. I don't want to hear anybody say anybody else has any pressure. Oh, the Ravens have pressure to win the Super Bowl. No, the Lions have pressure. The Eagles have pressure to have Jalen Hurts be good. Oh, the pressure's actually on Patrick Mahomes again. No. The pressure is solely focused on Josh Allen. Win something meaningful that backs up all this big talk everyone keeps talking about. All right, let's celebrate something here. Enough with the negativity, the Josh Allen, the WNBA, blah, 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 blah. Shout out and celebrate these gosh dang Philadelphia Eagles. Even though they're still getting killed on social or national media. I mean, on ESPN, the main story was, oh my God, Cam Newton says that Jalen Hurts is a game manager. Isn't that good? Okay, Cam Newton, Mr. I don't die for the ball. I don't put my body on the line. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care what you say. Mr. I had like 4 great seasons. Mr. I really couldn't even throw the ball that well. Mr. 61% completion percentage. Mr. 56% completion percentage in the Super Bowl. He can talk whatever he wants to talk. I mean, shout out Cam Newton. I'm not here to knock him. It was a great run. Once again, great stretch in the NFL, but it came with no trophy and it was short. And then you play with the Patriots down your line, down the career, and really didn't do anything. Mr. Interceptions. In a league where everybody loves no interceptions, Cam Newton was throwing like 14 a season. He wasn't that good of a passer. You want to knock Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts blows you out of the water passing, and he kind of keeps up pace running with you. Yes, he's not big body beefy, but he's putting up 600 yards a season like you, 750. I think you maxed out on rushing wise, maybe even 800. But the sentiment is that Jalen Hurts is 1,000% better of a passer than you, won a championship, an absolute leader that maybe you weren't all the time. I don't die for the ball, in the Super Bowl. Okay. After we just went 15-1 and I'm not going to dive on the ball. So let Cam Newton say whatever he wants. Let the national media say whatever he wants. Jalen Hurts deserves more credit. Don't put him at number one. Okay, but he's definitely top 5, folks. But let me digress. And let's shout out these gosh dang Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl rings. I'm gushing. These are some of the best rings ever created. I'm going to say the best. I think it was the Bucks that were the first to kind of pop the top off the ring. I think it was the Bucks. When Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, rings started to become topless. But now they're starting to become transformers out here with the Eagles because, folks, they've got wings that pop out of the front of the damn ring. They've got wings popping out of the front of the ring, folks. Wings popping out of the ring. Look at that. Look at that. It's like when suicide doors go up. You get a little chill. Damn, oh my gosh, those doors are opening vertically. God damn. Oh my God, he's opening the wings in his ring. Ooh, this is the ultimate stunt in flax. Hey, look at this ring. Now let me have the wings come out. You little tap the button, the wings pop out. I mean, God damn. And what do they say on the wings? You can't be great without the greatness of others. Oh, the team game. Oh, you don't need to be the best of the best. It's the team game. And that's once again something we all forget about. This is the ultimate team game football. Keep your selfishness. Oh, I'm the greatest. I want to be number one. Blah, blah, blah. Keep that to you. Keep Josh Allen to yourself. Once again, Josh Allen, the most selfish quarterback in the entire NFL. I want the MVP. Lineman, it's all about me. You're protecting me for the MVP. Josh Allen, I don't care if we lose against Mahomes. I'm a superstar. I marry Haley Steinfeld. I have a Natureful commercial, and I'm a surgeon in my dreams. He's so selfish, folks. If the Bills won the Super Bowl, there would only be one Super Bowl ring. And it'd be for Josh Allen. Hey, why is everybody getting a ring? I ran the ball. I threw the ball. I caught the ball. I went out on the field with 13 seconds left in the game to make sure our defense was good, to make sure we win the game. You can't be great without the greatness of others. Who cares if they're knocking Jalen Hurts for not being the best quarterback or maybe even top 2? Oh, he's not even good. He's not even top 10. Well, he's a winner. Okay, you keep that. I'll take the winners. That's what I want. I want winners on my team, all right? You can't be great without the greatness of others. In the ultimate team game, Jalen Hurts says, I'm not trying to be the best, but I'm going to make every single throw in the right moment and play almost 2 flawless Super Bowls. Well, players can't even get to 1. Well, Josh Allen, the greatest player in the NFL has ever seen, hasn't even got to 1 Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts has played almost flawless in 2 of them. But that's fine, because you can't be great without the greatness of others. Shout out to the damn wings on this ring, folks. I'm gushing. God damn. And then there's more. We see the name, the number, all in diamonds. We get the score of the Super Bowl and another flex on the ring. You know, when you can have a Super Bowl ring that has the Kansas City Chiefs losing on it, that's just another flex. You pop the wings out and then you rotate it to the side to be like, hey, look who we beat. That ain't just no any scrub team, okay? That ain't no Bills we beat, all right? That ain't the Josh Allen-led Bills little team that we beat. No. That was the behemoth. That was the juggernaut, the new dynasty. The Chiefs we beat 40-22, and really that's not even the score. It was really 40-7, honestly. So you got the score in it. You got the scores of the playoff games inside the ring for the all total points scored at 145. Tough, detailed, together, written in the ring. Once again, nothing about me or selfish. No. The team together, us. So it's an absolute goat of a ring. Absolute goat. 2 Lombardis on it. Shout out to Nick Foles. They're getting their second. But this ring, folks, and just another close-up of the wings here, popped out front. I'm going to have to get me one of these. I'm going to have to get me one of those. So, big time congratulations, obviously, to the Eagles for winning the Super Bowl. But goddamn, these rings, I mean, I think we've got a new number one. Every year, they just keep getting better and better. We had the Pop the Top, and now we're getting Transformer rings. I can't wait to see what the next ones are. Like, next year's rings, it's probably going to be, like, the ring's going to have, like, a pop-out fin for when the Dolphins win it. Like, a fin comes out the top of the ring. Fin up, fins up. Dolphins win the Super Bowl. So, can't wait to see next year's. These are absolutely fantastic. All right, let's talk about this. This was not new news, but we didn't talk about it, so here we go. TJ Watt got the contract. Bink. Finally. Definitely needed TJ Watt back. He signs a 3-year, $123 million extension with $148 guaranteed and $41 million per year, so give it up for the man. Absolutely deserved. I mean, I'm surprised he got $41 million. He's not better than Josh Allen, so I don't know how he got this much money, but, we know the Steelers front office is out of their mind. But the highest paid non-quarterbacks in the NFL, TJ Watt, is now the new number one at $41 million. Jamar Chase at 2 at $40.25 million. Myles Garrett at 3 at $40 million. We had Danielle Hunter at $35 million. Max Crosby at $35 million. Justin Jefferson at $35 million. Nick Bosa at $34 million. And CeeDee Lamb at $34 million for the highest paid non-quarterbacks. So TJ Watt, we know the edge rushers are a huge important piece to build a successful team. Quarterback, left tackle, edge rush, gotta have really A1 tier 1 players in all those positions, and we know TJ Watt is that. So finally, Steelers are stopped farting around and signed TJ Watt. So now we are all a go. We are all a go to bet the Steelers for win totals or division wins, whatever you want to do. We are cleared for takeoff on that. All green lights. Now let's quickly see. Are they still plus 500 to win the division? What do we got them at? Steelers still at plus 500. So the signing of TJ Watt didn't move the needle in Vegas's eyes, and still at plus 500, but we can endorse it now. But maybe we don't bet it because they unveiled their new throwback alternate uniforms today, and I'm not about them. I guess these are some homage throwback to the 1933 team uniforms that they wore, but you probably should have left these back in 1933, I'll tell you. These are not looking good, and of all the jerseys and kind of alternate helmets that we've been seeing coming out, the Steelers are the worst that we've seen so far. This is so lackluster. Ugh. I don't even know. I don't know. All yellow. I don't mind the yellow. I like the yellow. But these black stripes on the front, it's like two big vertical stripes down the front, all black, and then like 2 more stripes on each side of them. It doesn't look good. The backs are pure yellow, and it looks a little cheap. It looks old school, and, that's what they're going for, the 1933 throwbacks, but we can update it a little bit while still showing the homage, the heritage. But I'm really not liking these at all. It's like a soccer ref uniform in the front. I like the helmets, all yellow helmets. I'll give them that. The pants, like this old brown. Don't love it. I think they're only wearing these 1 week. Steelers revealed their 1933 throwbacks for the season. They'll wear them week 8 versus the Packers on Sunday Night Football. So Aaron Rodgers is going to be wearing this against his former team. Look good, play good. They're going to have to rely on something else there because these are not good looking. So we'll see. We're probably going to have to bet the Packers for that game, folks. Get the Packers bets early in for week 8. But these uniforms are not it, unfortunately. All right, more breaking news today. We finally have a clear-cut number 1 starting quarterback in the league, folks. No more quarterback debate heading into training camp. We now officially know. So, the new starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans is Cam Ward, folks. We know this definitively now because, unfortunately, Will Levis, is going to be undergoing season-ending surgery on the right shoulder injury he sustained early last year before further aggravating it later in the season. Now, we've heard, the coaches say this is an open quarterback camp and we want, Cam Ward to win the starting job and all this. We knew he was going to start from the rip. Cam Ward even buying into it himself. He's like, hey, I have to go out and win this. And that's great to hear. But we all knew he was going to be the starter. There was never any chance Will Levis would have started week 1 or any time. Now, it's unfortunate he has to have the surgery, but Will Levis is just not an NFL quarterback and not a starting NFL quarterback. It's unfortunate. He tried. He actually kind of hurt a lot. He hurt a lot. It's crazy. I think Will Levis hurt more people than maybe games won last year. He tore somebody's Achilles or ACL, like it's this ball boy's Achilles on the sideline. Just really unfortunate with Will Levis, but he gave us the memes. He tried. He gave it all. The old college try over there in Tennessee. But this is gonna be the end of the road probably for him. All right. Shout out Will Levis, I guess. Shout out. All right. Keep moving on here. We've got, and this is actually pretty good for Washington. The Commanders signed pass rusher Von Miller. Pretty good. Now, unfortunately, we still need Washington to sign Scary Terry, and that's not sounding the best at the current moment. But Washington getting a little bit more better on the defense. We'll always take a Von Miller. We'll always take, edge rusher depth. Especially with, Dan Quinn, defensive-minded coach. So we know Von Miller's talents aren't going to be wasted defensively. Once again, our key focus is that Washington offense and a potential regress of not Jaden Daniels, but Cliff Kingsbury. That's our only hesitant and kind of hang up on Washington at the moment. But signing Von Miller, very nice addition there. And why, did I miss this? Did I skip this? Here it is. Here it is. But why? Once again, we're still worried about Washington. Shout out to Von Miller, but that shouldn't be the needle mover for us. It shouldn't. We're really waiting for Scary Terry contract to get paid before we start betting and looking to bet on Washington to win the division and win totals and all that. But Scary Terry disrespected and thrown in the trash by his own social media. The Commanders' official team account, Twitter account, made a post dedicated to players that got married this offseason. But they left Scary Terry out, who did get married this offseason. A fan replied to it saying, quote, absolutely disrespectful, and Scary Terry ended up liking that tweet. So, Washington, they don't want to give him his bag. Social media is not even praising him for getting married, even though that's the big buzz. Josh Allen got married. Oh, my God. Aaron Rodgers got married. Aaron Rodgers had to fake a marriage because marriage is such a big story this offseason. And they didn't even include Scary Terry. So, he's getting slapped by his team, the front office, the social media people. But Zach Ertz says, oh, we don't have to worry about it. But he's wrong. Zach Ertz on Scary Terry's contract impasse in Washington says, quote, his best is not needed tomorrow or early next week. It's needed toward the end of training camp week 1. Well, we're getting close to training camp week 1, okay? And he's still not there, and he's still getting disrespected. So, once again, we need him there early as possible, a la the Bengals last season. And once again, nobody is learning. Nobody learns from the past, folks. Nobody's learning. So, still cannot bet on Washington. Shout out Von Miller. But we're waiting for Scary Terry. All right. Another story here, and once again, money. We don't care. You'll play where we tell you to play, and you'll shut up because there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. You can talk about it. You can, find the evidence. You can do all that, but we still have the same garbage discussions 10, 20 years down the line because nothing matters and nothing changes and nobody wants to spend money. MetLife Stadium, folks, we know the turf is atrocious. People always complain about playing on the surface. Nobody wants to play on it. People get injured, and then they'll be like, hey, we told you. But we had the FIFA Club World Cup being played in the U.S., and it was played some of the games at MetLife Stadium. And we had some of the soccer players speaking out of it, folks. Here we go. This is Reece James. Reece James, the soccer player, shout out to him. But this is what he has to say about the playing surface at MetLife Stadium. Here it is.
Top. The pitches are not so good. Hopefully there's some changes for the World Cup next year.
He says, hope there's some changes for the World Cup next year, the actual World Cup, not this Club World Cup that was going on.
What about the pitch? Can you just talk about what maybe would be better?
I don't know. I think the pitches are, there's Astro underneath and maybe grass on top.
Yeah, so what they did is they brought a grass turf on top and then had the grass on top of the turf. Not great.
Not the best for the body, for the joint.
Not the best for the body or the joints, but it doesn't matter. Who cares about these athletes' body? Are we crazy? We care about those TV ratings and ticket sales. That's what we care about. These players that are actually performing for the fans and bringing in the money. No, we don't care about them being comfortable. No.
For the muscles, you will see higher quality games and higher quality football if we played on surface which we play on in Europe.
He said there'd be higher quality games, higher quality matches if we played like we did in Europe. So, will we change the field? No. Will the Giants change the field? No. Because it's too expensive. We hear it. I mean, oh my, do you know how much money it is? Do you know how much money it is to maintain grass all year long? You think we're paying to maintain grass when we're not even playing football for 7 months? Are you crazy? You think that we would spend money for our product to be better? Are you out of your mind? So, we'll see. Players speaking out. Is this finally going to be enough? International people speaking out about our playing surfaces on the world stage, the biggest stage. Is that finally going to be enough to change it to grass? We should all be playing on grass. Stop with this turf. It's cheaper. We don't have to maintain it. We can just play on. All right. Money, folks. Money. Are we getting it? Are people waking up? Are we getting it yet, folks? Are we going to wait another 20 years of the same bogus garbage before we start waking up? All right. Let's keep moving on here. We get another quarterback list coming out. And once again, I mean, this is just so, it's just once again, nothing matters. It's just like, nobody wants to respect the greatness, and then people get tired of greatness and then start making excuses and all this. We made our official top 10 list, folks, of quarterbacks heading into this season. Not greatest quarterbacks of all time or anything like this. Quarterbacks heading into this season. We made this a few days ago on the show. I think it's up on our official YouTube page. But this is what we settled on. Our top 10. Patrick Mahomes 1, Joe Burrow 2, Jalen Hurts 3, Lamar Jackson 4, Stafford 5, Allen 6, Tua 7, Herbert 8, Daniels 9, and Stroud 10. And honestly, I really kind of want to put Baker Mayfield in that. So I am going to take Stroud out of the top 10 and put Baker Mayfield. And I'm going to have Stroud at 11. I've been thinking about this for the past days, and it's kind of been eating at me. So shout out to Baker Mayfield. He is in the top 10. Now, we get this list, folks. Everybody's making these lists. We saw the ESPN article, ranked the top 10 quarterbacks and all this. And then we had Jason McIntyre, who, I've got nothing good to say about Jason McIntyre. I do not like him. Well, I don't like him as like sports personality. I don't care about the person you are. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't matter to me. Don't really like him as an analyst. And I do see Colin Cowherd kind of getting very frustrated. Maybe a little short with because I don't even know if Colin Cowherd likes him that much. So, Colin, if you need a replacement for your news desk, your number 2 chair, I would love to be in that. So get back to me, Colin. Call me. Fox Sports. Heyo. Barstool. Heyo. That's that. But let's digress here. Jason McIntyre's top 10 quarterbacks here. Josh, look, this is what he's got here, folks. Josh Allen 1, Joe Burrow 2, Lamar Jackson 3. That's his top 3, folks. Then Patrick Mahomes 4. And I just want to talk about this because this just highlights this, folks. People just want to talk about something new. That's what it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter. Tom Brady, he was the greatest quarterback and for 15 straight years, and everybody just kept trying to put another No, it's actually Peyton Manning. Actually, Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady, actually. Yes, he's not winning against Tom Brady, but, it's a team game, defense, all that. So, actually, Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady. Everybody always trying to put somebody above him. LeBron James dominating the league for 20-plus years and always trying to put somebody above him. Actually, it's Kevin Durant. Actually, it's Steph Curry. Actually, it's still Michael Jordan, even though he hasn't played in 20 years. He's actually still better than LeBron James. LeBron James should have probably won 10 straight MVPs in the NBA, but voter fatigue, greatness fatigue. Nobody wants to keep voting for. That's why Josh Allen won the MVP this year, because they couldn't give Lamar Jackson 3 in a row. They felt they couldn't do it, even though they probably should have. Or even Joe Burrow, but he didn't win enough games, so you can't. So, Josh Allen 1, Joe Burrow 2, Lamar Jackson 3 is the most blasphemous thing you could ever do. Putting Patrick Mahomes as the 4th best quarterback? What are we talking about? Is he the most athletic? No. Lamar Jackson's more athletic than Patrick Mahomes. But once again, folks, Patrick Mahomes' athleticism is still almost undefeatable on the field. People are raging, shoving him out of bounds because he tiptoe on the sideline and toys with the defenders. Oh, am I going in? Oh, am I going out? The man throws the ball sideways. We just made a huge stink about Caleb Williams. Oh my God, he's the next Patrick Mahomes because of his athleticism, and he can buy time on the field and throw the ball side-handed. But because he keeps winning, now we're bored with Patrick Mahomes, so we have to find another player. We have to squeeze Josh Allen better than Patrick Mahomes when there's literally nothing better? He's a beefier runner? Does that mean he's better at running the ball? No. He can't push. Josh Allen can't get an inch in the playoff games against the Chiefs. So we gotta just stop with greatness fatigue. If it's gonna be 20 years of one player dominating the league, I mean, that's just what we're gonna get, folks. And we gotta love it and we gotta embrace it. Because we don't see greatness like this all the time. So when it does come, we gotta eat it up. And the fact that y'all don't respect greatness, it's a little insulting. It's insulting to me. So, I mean, if you're going to make a list, Patrick Mahomes needs to be one. I don't care what your argument is. I don't. What is your argument that Allen and Burrow and Jackson are all better than Mahomes? The narrative 2 years ago, oh my God, Patrick Mahomes lost all of his receivers. Tyreek Hill, all these good ones. I mean, they can't be competitive. They're gonna fall off. The dynasty is over. They won the Super Bowl. Oh. So, okay, Patrick Mahomes, 4th best quarterback. Josh Allen can't do no wrong. Josh Allen is so great, folks. Josh Allen, I'm changing my name. I'm changing my name to Josh Allen. St. Josh Allen, folks. Okay. I don't even know what we're doing anymore, so. All right, let's end on this. We're going to end out on this here. A potential worry about the Lions. I think they fall off a little bit. People in the national media aren't too worried about it. Vegas isn't too worried about it. But we're already starting to see some of the changes offensively. Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs says, I'm being split out wide, quote, way more than the past 2 years. All righty. So we're going to get Jahmyr Gibbs kind of more involved in the passing game. And I'm not knocking this. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. All I'm saying is that we are going to see maybe a different offense with this Lions team. Now, these Lions offensive players are still good. I'm not taking anything away from them. Shout out to Jared Goff on quarterback, all that. Shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Shout out. But losing their offensive coordinator, we are shifting on what maybe the culture of the offense, the main focal points of the offense is going to change slightly here. So here we go. Last week, the star running back said that he had to learn the wide positions during offseason practices more in his first 2 seasons. Gibbs said Morton's wants him, quote, more involved in the passing attack, saying, quote, by Gibbs, I got to learn the formation for being split out. I'm being split out like way more than I was the past 2 years. That's good. That's going to be fun. I've been wanting that. So once again, this isn't the bad thing. I'm not saying that. It's just going to be a different offense, which could be good, could be bad, could be better than what the offense was, or it could be worse. We will see. Why did Ben Johnson not use Jahmyr Gibbs as a receiver more? Now, they got a lot of receiving, great receiving players, so they don't really need that. But we'll see. They're starting to change the offense, and I'm going to put like 99% that these odds don't change. But let's see if the odds have really changed for the Lions to win the division. They're still at plus 150. Let's get our photo here of when we did it in early June. And the Lions back in early June, June 4th, the odds were plus 140. There it is. Plus 140 to plus 150. Now, I don't know if these changed just after the Jahmyr Gibbs, but Vegas, once again, pulling back value on the Lions. I mean, very minuscule, but they have changed. They have gotten worse. So that's that. The Dolphins are now plus 800, and that just keeps getting worse and worse. God damn. All right. So bet that. Bet the Dolphins plus 800 to win the division. All righty, folks. That's going to do it for us today. Truly appreciate everybody tuning in, watching, listening, hanging out. Once again, apologies for no show on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was in the Adirondacks for a bachelor party. And once again, we are going to be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. But there will be big news in the meantime, so settle down, folks, okay? But appreciate everybody. We'll be back tomorrow to keep talking what's going on. Once again, another day closer to the start of the NFL season, so we'll always take that. But to get a great rest of your Monday, get a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you tomorrow, folks. I appreciate y'all.